Hiya. So we are going through a single leg circle today. It's almost a progression of the single leg stretch. The idea again is that we're challenging that lateral side to side pelvic stability. We're using the corset and we're going to control for any movement of the pelvis, spine, rib cage. Okay, so this is just a leg movement, it's not a movement of the body. All right, so I'm going to run you through the exercise. I'm also going to show you a progression to make it a little bit more difficult that could apply to a lot of other exercises as well. All right, so we're going to set ourselves up into our start position. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, float one leg up into tabletop. Good job. Inhale, hold, exhale, push that leg away, turning off the light switch on the wall in front, and inhale, hold. Just make sure we're level through the pelvis. Lovely. Now, just breathe normally. At this point, I think just breathe normally, guys. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Now really slowly and really controlled, circle the leg out to the side. Good, so slightly bigger circles if you can, good. Lovely, so we're not doing massive circles unless you've got really good pelvic and spinal stability, because all that will happen is your pelvis is going to rock from side to side. So Hats has got a hand on either side of the pelvis and she can feel if the pelvis is moving. Good, moving the leg, not just the foot, lovely job. Now, if we feel that the stabilising leg is moving and we can't balance a drink on that knee because it would fall off, push through that foot. So keep going, push through that left foot and that will stabilise the knee. Now change direction of the circle. So we'll do 10 in each direction. Again, hold the pelvis still. Well done. 5 more, you can do it. Good job. If it's too difficult, bring the foot to the ceiling a bit more. This makes it slightly easier. 2, 1, and relax that leg down. Good. So obviously a bit difficult, I think. Right, so the things to watch out for. Hollowing of the back, the lower back, okay? So if you feel your back hollow away from the mat, you need to make this easier. You could do it with the knee bent, so you could just circle from there. So obviously it's the shorter lever and it's a bit easier. Rib cage, make sure it's not flaring to the ceiling, and the easiest thing to do and the biggest cheat is as you're circling the leg out and away from your body. So as you circle outwards, you then drop the pelvis. So you've got to lift it to the ceiling using that corset and have that control, okay? So again, 5, 10 in each direction, obviously do both sides. The progression is from tabletop, which is going to be tricky, so I'm going to support Hattie here, okay? So first leg up into tabletop, nice deep breath in, exhale, second leg up into tabletop. So we're going to start from double leg tabletop, okay? We take a nice deep breath in, exhale, push the right foot towards the wall in front. Keep the foot to the ceiling to make it easier. Bend the knee slightly if you need to, okay? Okay, nice deep breath in to hold, level the pelvis. Normal breathing now and circle the leg. So small and controlled movements, we'll just do a few. Okay, and the other direction. Awesome, good, and then back into tabletop and hug your knees into your chest. Awesome, okay, cool. So a lot more difficult, and again that will require a lot more activation of the muscles, so the muscles need to be stronger to be able to manage that exercise. We can progress it, and a really nice progression is to pop the small ball underneath the pelvis. So I will show you where it needs to go. I'll ask Hattie to do the easier version of the exercise with the small ball because to do the progression will be too much. So we always pop the small ball right at the base of the spine at the top of the pelvis, okay? So let's just pop that small ball in. Lovely job. Okay. Let me check. Yep, that's good. Perfect. Awesome. So guys, watch out for 2 things. The first thing is you bring the ball too high, it ends up in the small of the back, which will encourage you to arch your back over it and hollow the back, okay? That's going to get the spinal muscles overactive, so it's going to overactivate those spinal muscles. It's going to close up the spinal joints, and it means the tummy muscles won't be doing very much. So it's totally counterproductive and can cause you an injury. So be really careful. The other thing, so if you feel like your back's hollowing, it's not in the right place, basically. Either take it away or give me a shout and we can run through that. The other thing is, if it's really low, so right underneath your bum, it will wedge you back onto it, which is really easy. It makes everything a lot easier. but you're not going to be necessarily doing the exercises properly because the ball's wedged you into a position. It is helpful if you have a history of back pain to bring a small ball underneath the pelvis and to put it quite low, but just because it offloads the facet joints in the spine. So it can be used to your advantage, but I would always recommend, if that's the case, you've got to talk to a healthcare professional, physio, or a doctor or something like that. Okay, so just be careful with this exercise. All right, so we're going to do exactly the same exercise. You're going to keep your left foot on the floor. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, push the right foot towards the wall in front. Lovely job. Inhale, hold. Tuck that tailbone, rib cage down, right side of the pelvis is in, tucking tailbone. So that's our start position, okay? I'm going to ask you to breathe normally. I'm not going to ask you to worry about your breathing, just breathe and circle the leg out to the side. So you've got your hand on your pelvis. This is much more unstable, isn't it? So you really have to use the corset there to keep that side of the pelvis up. Really good. And circle in the other direction. Awesome. Just pop your hand there so they can see. That's it. Keep going. Good. So you see, as the leg comes down and out, it's tempting to drop the pelvis. So well done. Really good. And we do 2, 1, and relax your leg down. Awesome. Really nice. Well done. So if you just come off the ball. Lovely. You can get these balls online. It's hard to find a substitute for these small Pilates balls. So unfortunately, a sofa cushion doesn't really do the job. So it's fine without. It's still difficult, but it's just a nice progression if you want to. So guys, this exercise may not be appropriate. Okay. If you do have any questions, please feel free to give me a shout. You can contact me via the Chaps Physio Facebook or Instagram page. If you do feel like you can do this exercise, fantastic. Give it a go, post it on social media. Remember to tag Chaps Physio and always hashtag Team Chaps. Thank you very much.